everyone. Good evening to all of the participants. This side Zen from Experts Trainers Academy. On behalf of Experts Trainers Academy, I welcome you all. I hope guys I am audible to everyone. You can just give me a thumbs up. Okay, thank you. So on behalf of Trainers Academy, guys, I welcome you all in this training course. In this training, basically on the third day of this training, with ISO 45001 Occupational System Lead Audit in association, or you can say this training course is backed up by IIRSM or International Institute of Risk and Safety Management. Prior to starting the course, guys, let me give you a small introduction. Prior to starting the course, guys, let me give you a small introduction. What is IIRSM? What is IIRSM and what is what is Experts Trainers Academy? So IIRSM or International Institute of Risk and Safety Management, guys, is an UK-based professional membership organization with global footprint. IIRSM or International Institute of Risk and Safety Management supports individuals as well as organizations around the world for risk and sustainability practices. Currently, IIRSM has members from more than 100 countries. Any certifications like ISO 45001, which is backed up by institute like IIRSM, increase the credibility of certification in national as well as international market. So guys, I'm anticipating many of us who have joined are aware of Experts Trainers Academy who are organized this particular training. For those who are new, let me give you a small introduction of Experts Trainers Academy. Experts Trainers Academy is a leading professional training institute specialized in occupational health and safety and ISO certificates, which you can see in the screen itself. We offer various other globally recognized programs like IOSH, OSHAS, OTHM, and many more. So this side Zen guys from Experts Trainers Academy, I'll be giving training on this particular course. So I've done more than prior to starting the course. Let me introduce about myself. I have done more than 200 plus ISO training and consultancies across India and globe. I have done my bachelor's in fire and safety and my master's in environmental health and safety with specialization in sustainability. So guys, till yesterday, that means from last 2 days, we have organized this particular training, and this is the third day of this training session. So from last 2 days, we have completed various aspects of occupational health and safety management system with regards to ISO 45001. Let me take you to a small module. So we have completed till 8 modules, guys. I hope everyone is aware of all the 8 modules which we have completed till yesterday. And today we'll complete next 12 module. Once we will complete next 12 module, guys, what we'll do, we'll be going through the actual standards of ISO 45001, followed by checklist, which is developed by Experts Trainers Academy itself, so that you can get a real life example of this standard. Prior to starting the training, guys, I would request everyone, our team will be updating a WhatsApp group link. So everyone is requested to join the WhatsApp group link because we'll be sharing various other documents and special and upcoming courses in that particular group. Followed by this, if anybody is facing any technical issue, they can just contact our team. Below the link, there will be a contact number. So without wasting time, guys, let us start from where we stopped yesterday. So we were at, I guess, slide number 44. Yes. Conducting OHSMS audit. So guys, while conducting OHSMS audit, it involves various, when we carry out any audit with respect to occupational health and safety management system, be it fire and safety, be it health, safety and environment, first and foremost thing is to understand we have to conduct an opening meeting. The reason we do opening meeting is to make sure the auditee are aware of the scope of the audit. Normally, guys, when we carry out opening meeting, normally we ask the auditee to make sure top management peoples are involved for the opening meeting. So opening meeting is very critical, guys, because it is the baseline, it is the environment which auditee sets, which auditor sets for whole of the audit. So when I'm telling you my example, when I do an opening meeting, I make sure I'll make everyone of every auditee very much comfortable who is sitting with me. So first of all, I give them my introduction, and at the same time, I ask the auditees also to give their introduction so that we can connect on a good in a better way. Once our introduction session is over, then what I do, or any auditor will, any professional auditor who is certified with ISO 45001 would do, they explain the scope of audit. So we explain like, okay, so here we are for ISO 45001 audit in lining with the requirement of international standard. So it's a 2 day audit, and we'll be seeing site, we'll be visiting site. Followed by this, we'll be also doing a documentation review. So in documentation review, and with this also followed by this, we'll be taking some snaps, because we will be, while making the audit report, will be requiring some proof against the observation. So in this way, we carry out opening meeting. Once we carry out opening meeting, then we start the our audit. So point number 2, so first point is conducting an opening meeting to explain audit objective and scope. Once we explain this, point 2 is collect evidence through interviews, observation, and document review. So guys, on a single on a single sitting, it can't, all these three things, interview, observation, and document review, cannot take place. So what an professional auditor do, first they go for site visit, or they carry out document review. Once they have done any of these two things, then what they do, then they carry out other observations. Like if you have carried out site review first, then followed by this, you will be doing document review. Or else if you have done document review, you will be carrying out site visits. So in this way, observations are be taken. Followed by this, we also used to interview to the people who are working in the periphery of the audit scope. So guys, I have a question here, I have a question for all of you. What questions you could ask with the people, with the workers, while carrying out ISO 45001 audits? You can answer in the chat box. Shall I repeat my question? So my question was, during an audit, what question you ask with the auditee with respect to ISO 45001? Okay, great. Emergency response, policy, manpower, legal document. So guys, I would like to intervene for a while. So it is very important to understand the people who are, or the workers whom you are interviewing. For example, if you are interviewing a labor category person, or a tier 4 level of person, might be possible he or she is not aware of, for example, let's just say he or she is not aware of risk and opportunity. Or if there's a labor or a housekeeper, might be possible he or she is not aware of legal procedures or legal document, because this is not the scope of, for them. So I hope you are able to understand. So first and foremost thing, while interview, it's important to understand the targeted audience. Once we understand our targeted audience, we could easily anticipate what question we need to ask from them. Just for example, if there's a corporate and I randomly ask an accountant, what is your health, safety, and environmental policy? Are you aware of health, safety, and environment policy? If they say no, we don't know, so this could be a non-compliance or an observation depending on the situation. So guys, if a person or an employee say they are not aware of occupational health and safety policy, so I would, can anybody answer which clause non-conformity is this? Is this non-conformity is with respect to which of the clause? Come on, guys. This is the third day of the training. So I am repeating my question. If I ask a person while doing audit, what is your occupational health and safety policy? During the interview, if the person say, I'm not aware of occupational health and safety policy, so this is violation of which clause of ISO? So guys, here you can, I hope you everyone can see my screen. I've opened my, no guys, not clause 7, clause 7.3. No guys. See, clause 7 is support. Clause 5. So in this way, okay, this is new for us, not an issue, guys, but we should cross refer every time. So clause 5, subclause 5.2, OHS policy. Top management shall establish, implement, and maintain occupational health and safety policy. And all of these things are there. And it shall be communicated within the organization. I hope everyone is able to understand what I'm trying to say. So that will be a direct non-conformity against clause 5.2. Mr. Mohammed, is it clear? Mr. Said, is it clear? Followed by this, when we say about, okay, thanks. Okay, okay, followed by this, it's very important to understand all of this clause. So I would request everyone who will be joining today and tomorrow, don't miss the training because tomorrow we'll be deep diving into this particular standard. So guys, is my voice quality is low or I'm audible to everyone? Okay, so someone by name Vivo V2240, sir, I would request to see your internet connection because many people are able to hear my voice loud and clear. Okay, guys. Okay, so I would request everyone who joining today to join tomorrow also because we'll be deep dive into this particular standard tomorrow by this through this particular PDF, through this particular standard PDF. So back to our material. Point three, I hope everybody is able to understand verify compliance with respect to ISO 45001 requirement. So, guys, as you can see on your chat box, our team is constantly updating a WhatsApp group link. I request everyone to join that particular WhatsApp group link. In the WhatsApp group, we'll be updating each and every training materials to you. No, sir, for certification, you need to enroll. Mr. Kastur, you for certification you need to enroll. This is a training session, and I would request everyone to go for this certification course because this certification will increase your credibility. You can search on Google about IIRSM. This certification will be backed up by IIRSM. And in future, if you want to be an HSC consultant, an HSC trainer, an ISO consultant, or ISO auditor, or HSC auditor, this certificate will give you a much more beneficial advantage against everyone. So, Mr. Sujit ji, once we complete this training course, that means tomorrow we'll be keep updating. Okay, guys. So, point three is verifying compliance with ISO 45001. I hope everybody understand. I've given example of OHS policy. Point four, record finding clearly and accurately. All the findings should be very clear and very accurate. For example, if I say that if I've audited a person who is not aware of OHS policy, so in my observation or in my report, I can't simply write the OHS policy was not known by the person XYZ person. This will this will not make it very clear. But as an ISO consultant or an HSC auditor, what you should write that during interview process, a person from this department was interviewed to know their understanding about occupational health and safety policy. However, during the interview, it became evident that the person was not aware of I, the company's occupational health and safety policy. So it is very clear and easy to understand. And Audit will also agree upon this. So, in this way, we have to record finding very clearly and accurately. Second last point, guys, maintain professional behavior during the audit. As an auditor, you should be very professional. Normally, guys, what happen? I'm giving you my scenario. What I face normally when we go for an ISO audit, the auditor used to tell us, sir, after the audit, let's go for dinner. Our team will take you to the dinner. Our team will take you to the party. But you have to understand that we as an auditor are there not for vacation. We are there for a professional work. And for that context, we have to make sure a professional decorum is always taken care. Last point, guys. ensure effective communication with the auditee. This is one of the most important thing, and as an auditor you have to make sure you communicate each and everything with the auditor very clearly. For example, in closing meeting, if you find any major non-conformance, you have to make sure you have highlighted that major non-conformance. If you're not highlighting those major non-conformance, might be possible after sending the report, auditor can come back and ask this question, this major non-conformance was not raised during closing interview or during closing meeting. So you have to make sure that your communication is very effective throughout the course of the audit. Now, guys, audit process and timeline. As you can see on the on the screen, this section for audit process and timeline. So first of all, while carrying audit, you have to make sure that you carry out opening meeting, because opening meeting will make the foundation, will make movie run ahead. An opening meeting is normally carried out by an auditor in front of the company, in front of the plant or a company top management. Normally, I'm telling you my example. If I'm going for an audit, so I make sure during an opening meeting, the top management, if it is a plant, at minimum to minimum, general manager of the plant is there for the opening meeting, because this will create a trust and this will create a good impression of the auditee as well as the company for whom on behalf of which you are going for an audit. No, once you have carried out the opening meeting, second most important thing is to collect the evidence. And guys, make sure opening meeting should be very good and very efficient, because this will make a good foundation of the audit. If an auditee does not able to grasp the attention on a positive way during the opening meeting, might be possible that your words or your audit observation could be challenged. So it's very important. Second is to collect evidence. So during the opening meeting only, I inform the auditee that during the course of site visit or document review, I'll be taking some snaps, some photos for my evidence report, and I'll make sure those photos will not share with anybody. Followed by this, I'll be also interviewing some people to know their understanding about occupational health and safety management system. Point number one is opening meeting. Point number two is collecting evidence. Third point, guys, verify compliance. We have to verify compliance with ISO 45001 requirement. And in order to verify what is the legal requirement in ISO 45001, guys, you remember I've told we have gone through this particular thing yesterday. Which clause speaks about legal compliance, guys? Do you remember? So let me take you to the standard once again, because guys, at the same time, it's very important for us to understand the standard also. So there's the planning course, planning standard, clause 6.1.3, guys. This clause 6.1.3 specify the people to determining legal requirement and another requirement. Similarly, guys, we have another clause 9.1.2, which states it's which guides to evaluate the compliance. So I hope everybody understands. So with respect to this, with respect to clause 6.1.3 and clause 9.1.2, we have to make sure that legal compliance are taken care during the course of audit. So again, guys, let us move ahead. Finding records. Record findings should be clearly and accurately that we have discussed just now. Maintaining professional behavior for during the audit is very much important and critical at the same time, because you are not only representing yourself, but you are representing the company or the organization for on behalf of which you are carrying out audit. Last but not the least, guys, is the closing meeting. We have to make sure we have effective communication while having closing meeting, because in this meeting will be giving updating to each and everyone about the findings or the non-conformity during the course of audit. So as a professional auditor, as a professional auditor, what you will do first and foremost thing is that you as an auditor, we could not only start during our closing meeting that okay, this is this point where the major observation, your company is not doing this, you have not prepared emergency response plan, there are chances of fire and explosion altogether. This will is the first of all, this is very unprofessional. Second, the closing meeting will be quite defensive from the auditing side. So as a good auditor, what I practice in closing meetings, that first of all, I thank everyone during the closing meeting. For example, I would like to thank Mr. A, Mr. B, Mr. C for assisting me throughout the course of audit. I I'm I would like to thank you guys because you were totally transparent throughout the course of audit. Then I tell them, throughout the course of audit, sir, we have find some positive observation, and this are the positive observation. And in additional to this, we have also find some opportunity for improvement and some non-conformities, and these are the non-conformities. So what will happen, first of all, auditee will be quite comfortable and quite confident that yes, they have some positive observations also. And second, your overall audit finding will be in front of the auditee, and your MOM would be ready on the same time. So I hope everybody understand what I have just now explained, this six step of audit timeline. Anybody has any doubt, guys, in this? Guys, anybody has any doubt in this? So, Mr. Vivo V2240, I guess there's some network issue from your end, because apart from you, everybody is able to hear me. Okay. Opening and closing meeting. There's a two type of meeting. There are two type of there are two type of meeting. First and foremost thing that we have to do. First thing is opening meeting, and second thing is the closing meeting. So sir, auditor are the one. So guys, you know who are auditor and auditee? This I have explained previously. Guys, I'm asking you a question. Are you clear about auditor and auditee, or you want me to explain this? Okay, so I'll explain. So when I say auditor, auditor is the person who conduct the audit. For example, you are going to carry out audit, so you are the auditor. Auditee could be a person, a department, or organization which is being audited. I hope it's clear, because the concept is very simple and clear. So, first of all, we have to confirm the audit scope and objective in our opening meeting, wherein how I'm telling you my example, how we used to give. So once every introduction is over, like I said earlier, so I'll go to the audit scope directly, and I inform the top management and auditee specifically. So sir, the scope of audit is within this periphery or within this department, and the objective of the audit is to understand the practices and occupational health and safety management in terms of the ISO 45001 requirement. So here the scope is also clear and objective is somehow also clear. Point number two is to introduce audit team. We have to make sure if myself and my team is being introduced. Once we have done this, we have to confirm logistic schedule and logistic, because as normally if it is an 8 hour audit, you have to make sure that you reach the site on time, you leave the site on time, you had your lunch, and you have carried out audit. Followed by this, you have also see the documentation. So you have to make sure that your schedule and logistic has been taken care. Then we have to explain the reporting method, how we will be reporting. So normally when we used to do audit, or a professional auditor will go for an audit, first and foremost thing, prior to sending the final report, we sh- we share a presentation or a document, a 4 or 5 pages small document, wherein we try to explain the auditee what are the observations, what are the positive observation, what are the non-conformance, what are the opportunity for improvement that we have identified. Now, guys, point number five, present audit finding in closing meeting, that I have given example just now in the previous slide. Then we have to clarify the step and timeline, because we have to make sure the auditee is aware of the next steps, within how many time the preliminary report will be sent, within how much time the final report will be sent, and all those things. I hope everybody understand till now. Guys, anybody has any doubt? Okay, great, thank you. A critical thing, guys, collecting audit evidence. Prior to prior to going to this particular thing, guys, I would request everyone to join the group. The link is already shared by our team. Followed by this, I would request everybody to join to get the certification for ISO 45001. Because if you want to be HSC manager or corporate HSC lead or an HSC consultant trainer or ISO consultant, it is very important for you to get certified on ISO 45001. You can see the comment box. Our team is constantly updating a WhatsApp group link followed by an alternative contact number. So guys, collecting audit evidence. Audit evidence is required to support the finding. Because guys, if you, for example, you have said that okay, there was an electrical room and there was no emergency system or carbon dioxide fire extinguisher, but you have not backed the particular thing by an evidence. So might be possible after you send the report, the your report could be null and void by the auditee. And you can't do anything in that case because you have no evidence. So it's very important to collect the evidence. And evidence can be collected through interviews also, not only a photography, through interview, observation of the workplace activity, provided real-time evidence. We have to review the document. So guys, what type of document you will review while carrying out ISO 45001? Can you give me example on the chat box? What type of document you will review while carrying out ISO 45001 audit, guys? What type of SOP, Mr. Ajay? Great. Great. So guys, I'm observing that we all know many things about ISO 45001. Great. Great. So I would request everyone to also map each and everything like policy, the incident investigation with map with the clause of the final standard of ISO. Yes, yes, yes. Evidence must be relevant and reliable. At the same time, we have to cross check to ensure accuracy. Evidence support audit conclusion. So I hope everybody understand this particular slide, and I have given multiple examples with regards of this. Yes, Mr. Vakas, great. Mr. Sujit, great. Mr. Ravi, good, good. So, module 10, audit finding, non-conformity and reports. So guys, prior to going ahead, first of all, we have to understand what is meant by non-conformity, what is meant by conformity, because these two particular things could make you confused during during the real audit, or while you take the certification, this question could come up during our examination. So by definition, when I say conformity, this particular thing means fulfillment of the requirement, a standard or a procedure. And apart from this, when I say a non-conformity, this particularly means a failure to meet the requirement of or a standard. For example, so sir, Mr. Jesse, our team is constantly updating you. You can see the chat box. You can just join through that particular link. So, Mr. Mohammed, once you enroll for the certification, you will be definitely getting the slide and many other materials. Okay. Okay, in conformity, the fulfillment have been taken care. For example, the policy. If a policy is not available with an organization or employer not aware, so this will be a non-conformance. And if it will be available and employees are aware, then it will be a conformance of clause 5, for example. Other example could be fire extinguisher are inspected monthly as per SOP. But if it is not, then will be a non-conformity. So on a simple term, in non-conformity requirements are not met, and in conformity requirements are met. As simple as that, guys. So audit findings should show whether the system meet the requirement because they help identify strength and weakness. Finding include conformity, whether requirements are met, non-conformity, which indicate gap, observation highlighted for improvement opportunity. So guys, we have to understand every observation should not be a non-conformity. For example, if an organization have their OHS policy, they have displayed their OHS policy, it is up to date, employees are aware. However, a normal labor worker is not aware of OHS policy. We can't give it non-conformity. On a positive term, it could be an opportunity for improvement, wherein laborers should be made aware of OHS policy. Next point, guys, finding must be based on evidence, which is very important. It's not It's not like, guys, if you have anticipated, okay, if the company is not maintaining this document, the company should be not having this particular thing on site. For example, if a company is not maintaining extinguisher inspection checklist, you cannot be confirmed that company does not have extinguisher on site. It could have. So it makes sure every finding should be an evidence based. Clear documentation is very much important, guys, when you make an ISO audit report, or you are an ISO auditor. As well as finding will support decision making. So I hope, guys, you are enjoying this training session. It is very interactive, and I hope you will go for the certification also. Great, guys, go for the certification. I would request everyone, because on a personal level it will impact you. In future you will be an HSC manager which leading the corporate team. You will be requiring this certification, because through this certification you will be able to carry out an internal audit or an external audit, or if you are working, you will be working for a management consulting firm. This certification is the minimum requirement, because without an auditor certification your audit report could not be that much credible. Okay. Audit finding could be either conformity, could be non-conformity, or a general observation. I've explained everything about no conformity and non-conformity. Guys, I hope everybody understand. Conformity means simply means requirements are met. Non-conformity means requirements are not met. Okay, non-conformity. Non-conformity are the failure to meet the requirement. They must be identified and corrected first and foremost. Non-conformity indicates serious failure, because, guys, if it is a non-conformity, it give an image that a failure has been made against the particular finding. Minor conformities indicate small gap. Root cause must be identified for each conformity, guys. For it is very important, guys, as an auditor. We are not only to As an auditor, when we have gone for an auditor, it is not only to give conformity and non-conformity and observations. It is also it is also important. Yes, sir. If you are an HSC supervisor also, you will be required this certification, because you have to see a larger picture. After 5 years or 6 years or 4 years, you will be not an HSC supervisor. You could be an HSC officer or HSC engineer, or you can be an corporate HSC engineer or corporate HSC senior executive. So this particular certification will be very important for you. I hope, Mr. Balache TV, you understand this particular what I want to say you. So, irrespective of any field, it is very important, because you will be not an HSC supervisor for your lifetime. You could be an HSC officer. You will be a senior executive. So through this certification only, you will be able to get promoted, because this will increase your credibility in front of your peers. You're welcome, sir. So, guys, as an HSC auditor, it is very important for us to understand we are not there to only identify gaps. We also need to understand that we give a recommended control measure or root causes or control measure. Because if we say that occupational health and safety policy, people are not aware of OHS policy, we have to identify what is the root cause why people are not aware of OHS policy. Yes, Mr. Rahul, Mr. Ahmed. Okay. So, Mr. Ahmed, you can see on the group chat, our team is constantly updating a WhatsApp group link. You can please join the WhatsApp group link. Followed by this, below the link, there's a mobile number. You can connect with that mobile number also. Our team will route you to the right place at the right time. I hope you understand. First thing, join the WhatsApp group link at least. So you must identify the root cause why people are not aware of HSC policy or occupational health and safety policy. Then only you can give corrective action. Fourth thing, corrective action must be given, because as an observer, great, sir, great. As an observer, it is very important, or as an auditor, it is very important for us to give corrective actions also. Follow-up is required to verify closure. Proper handling improves safety performance. So what type of follow-up? I'm giving you an example of follow-up. So last week, guys, I've gone for an audit in Mumbai. So it was an ISO 45001 audit. Basically, it was an HSC health, safety, and environmental audit. in line with the requirement of ISO also. So I identified that in basement there was an HSC policy, but date was mentioned was wrong because it was an outdated policy. So on instead of giving an observation, instead of giving a non-conformity, I asked auditor to change it. And when you have changed it, please give me a snap of confirmation. So I followed up with them. They have closed this observation. So in this way, I followed up and closed observation. Proper handling improves safety performance. I hope everybody understand this particular non-conformity slide, guys. If you have any doubt, please ask question. I'm requesting everyone to please ask question because once you start asking question, things will be getting very clear for you guys. So next slide is audit reporting. Audit report communicate finding of the management. They must be very clear and accurate. So whenever you make a audit report, don't worry guys, on our last day, that means tomorrow, we'll be also going through an audit report to understand what actually an audit report is, what actually is included in the audit report. So we have to make sure our audit report include audit scope, audit objective, and audit findings. It's not like that we just start by making the non-conformity or conformity list. We have to make sure audit scope, audit objective, and audit findings are there. Once we have done it, it should be very clear and easy to understand. And you have to make sure that your audit report should be evidence support, not only observation support. For evidence support, you should have documents review, you should have photographs, so it will increase the credibility of your report. Audit report must be shared with the management. Recommendation for improvement must be included, guys. As an ISO consultant, as an HSC auditor, it's very important for us to not only identify the observation or gaps, we have to also provide recommended best control measures. And this will increase the credibility of the report and credibility of the organization on behalf for behalf you have carrying out audit. Reports, because reports supports decision making, because based on your report, the go ahead decision will be made. I hope everyone understand this particular audit report concept. Is there any doubt in this, guys? Because guys, it's very important for us to discuss any doubt if anybody is facing, because if we have doubt, we will be getting clear on the particular topic. Okay, great. So guys, just give me a thumbs up who will be going for the certification, guys, on the comment box. Great, great. Mr. Said, Mr. Jan, okay, great. Mrs. Zulfikar, great. Because guys, this will definitely increase your credibility. It will impact your future. It will impact your CV as well as it will enhance your knowledge also, guys. Great, Mr. Alam. Module 11. So this is the second last module, guys. Corrective action and incident investigation. So guys, how many of us are aware about management review? Okay, you have carried out management review. Okay, great. Great. So guys, first of all, let me take you the standard clause of management review. So in performance evaluation, in this, we have clause 9.3 for the management review. Top management shall review the organization OHS management system at plan interval to ensure its continuity, suitability, and adequacy. So 9.3 guide us the leadership, the top management should regularly review the occupational health and safety management system. Don't worry, guys, we'll be going through each and every clause tomorrow. So make sure you attend this particular training session tomorrow also. Could we speak a few minutes tomorrow reviewing key point? Sure, Mr. EO, sure, we'll be discussing tomorrow also because tomorrow we'll be going through actual standard. Mr. Sudama, so we would request you to enroll in our training session. We'll be definitely sharing you the materials as well as other extra materials. So clause 9 specifically 9.3 specifically tell about a management review. And the purpose, when we say purpose of management review, we have to make sure we have to ensure the purpose is to ensure that OHS management system are adequate and effective and continually improving itself. The management review usually include top management, HSC people, departmental head, and process owners. So the agenda, normally the agenda of management review is the audit result in point one. In point two, review various incident trends. Point three, review objectives and objectives, targets and achievements. Review legal compliance status. Review resource which are needed, be it HSC resource, be it PPE and etc. Decide improvement actions. So these are all the topics of management review. And once these have done, a management review report is being made. And a company is not doing a management review and they are going for ISO certification, it will be a major non-compliance for them against the clause 9.3. So as you can see in my screen, guys, in management review, we review audit result, review previous incidents, review objectives and achievement, how we have achieved the targets and KPIs against the set objective, and where we are lagging and where we need extra resources. Point 4, review legal compliance status. Point 5, review resource which are needed. Point 6, decide improvement action plans. So these are the agendas of management review normally. So guys, clause 10 is the last auditable clause of this standard. Let me show you the clause 10. Improvement. Clause 10 speaks about the improvement, because till clause 9 we were implementing and observing. But and as we all know, occupational health and safety management system is generally an improvement program. It's not 100% achievable all the time. There is always an opportunity for improvement. So this clause 10 has 10.1, 10.2, 10.2 continually improvement, a three sub clauses. So tomorrow I'll make sure you join this training session, because we'll be reviewing all these three sub clauses. So guys, corrective action. Corrective action help fix problem and prevent reoccurrence, because they improve the system performance. And how we can make corrective action? Normally, have you ever seen a corrective action plan, guys, in your particular organization? Or have you ever made an corrective action plan, guys? Okay, great. Anybody else, guys? Great. So guys, when I say about corrective action plan or CAP, we can on a short term, if we could told it, we speak CAP, is a document that has planned to eliminate the root causes of the problem. Because we have various audit. For example, we have award audit, we have legal audit, we have internal audit and many more. We have internal audit and many more. So in our corrective action plan, what we do is that we compile all the observations. So okay guys, let us come back. Corrective action plan. We were discussing about corrective action plan. I hope I'm audible to each and every one of us. Okay, great. So guys, when I say about correct, so where we used to do various audit. We carry out internal audit, we have our external audits, we have award like British Safety Council audit, we have ISO assessments, we have fire assessments from the vendor, from the client side. So in our corrective action plan, we compile all the observation in one place. Once we have compiled all the observation in one place, we try to understand what could be the root cause of all this problem, and we take down, and down the line we identify how to identify the root cause and how to close the identified observation. So I hope everybody understand what is corrective action plan. The purpose is very clear: fix the issue, identify root cause, prevent this observation from reoccurrence, which will enhance our safety management system. So assign during corrective action plan, we have to assign responsibility, which we have identified in point number 3, guys. Point number 4, we have to monitor effectiveness of action. Point number 5, we have to prevent things from reoccurrence. Point number 4, guys, we have to improve overall safety performance. Basically, this will automatically, it will increase the overall safety performance of the organization. Was because we have identified the critical observations from the external and from the internal stakeholder, and we are trying to rectify the issue. So it will automatically enhance overall safety performance of the organization. So as you can see here, guys, this is a fishbone analysis. How many of us are aware of fishbone analysis, guys? Mr. Alam, Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Zulfikar, Mr. Kuldeep. I have question with everyone. How many of us is aware of about fishbone? I use it. Okay, great. For those whom it is new, guys, great. Great. So as you can see, so I am anticipating everyone of us is aware and everyone of us have used. Great. Great, Mr. Ahmed. Every one of us has used this fishbone. So I'm directly jumping into the concept of this slide in that case. So as you can see, there in fish head there's a problem statement. What is the problem statement? Prevent similar incidents in the future. There might be, the organization might be facing various incidents. The organization might be facing various incidents again and again in the company with respect to, for example, slip and trip. So the problem statement here become prevent prevent similar incidents in the future. Now, as you can see in the fish head has shown the final objective or the issue, the ultimate, the primary issue the organization is facing. Then come the spine. As you can see, a horizontal spinal line. The horizontal spinal line here represent the overall incident investigation process from investigation to analysis to identify and all these things. Now come on the back side, the bone one. Bone one, identify, investigate. First step is to investigate because understanding what will happen, because all incident and near miss, if until and unless not investigate, we can't identify the root cause. Once we have investigated in point number two, in bone number two, you can see identifying root cause. First thing we have carried out, investigate this particular thing. Second, we have identified root cause. We have identified we have identified the root cause. What is the ultimate root cause? In bone 3, you can see collect evidence. So guys, what are the evidence that could be collected? Can anybody tell me, guys, what are the evidence that needs to be collected? Come on, guys. What are the evidence that are need to be collected? Photos and videos. Great. Interviews. Because guys, this is the thing which I'm telling again and again. The evidence, when we as an HSC personnel as well as ISO auditor, this is very important. Evidence is an important weapon for us. Yes, pictorial evidence. Yes. Fourth point, guys, is to analyze the data. Analysis is the data. How we can analyze this? We have to review all the collected information. We have to understand the study pattern. What are the contributing patterns? Point 5, guys, is recommended control measure. Once we have identified the root cause, we have analyzed the data, then what can be done? We have to provide recommended control measure. Last but not the least, guys, we have last but not the least, improve systems, improve safety system, because strengthening safety system will be overall will be the climax of this particular problem. So overall purpose of fishbone diagram, guys, as you can understand, is visually connect all contributing investigation activity to the final goal. It will help organization to systematically investigate incidents followed by the improvement of safety. I hope everybody understands this particular thing, guys. Out, guys. So guys, let me ask you a question. How many clauses are there in ISO 45001? Who else? The participants who are joining from the day one might be aware. There are 10 clauses. Okay. Great. 11 clause. No, Vikas. Great. How many non-auditable clauses are there in ISO? And how many auditable clauses are there in ISO? Great, great. So, guys, here I'm observing one good positive observation that I want to give to you all. That first of all, you all were attentive throughout the course, throughout the training session. That is a good positive observation. Second, you understand the ISO requirement very well. That's why, guys, I would recommend everyone to get certified, because if you know the ISO, this is a different thing, and you understand the ISO and you are certified. This will only increase your credibility, because without any certification, only getting knowledge of ISO will not increase your credibility. I hope you are understanding what I want to say, because on the longer run, on a big picture, this certificate will help you. And this certificate, as you are aware, is IIRSM certified. Any certificate which is backed up by this much credible institute will enhance your credibility in front of your peers. I'm sorry, guys. I hope you can see my screen. So Module 12. The module 12 is the last module of this. So Mr. Mohammed is telling, I don't think certificates are solid in the market. So Mr. Mohammed, I would request you just go on LinkedIn, search jobs related to HSC consultant or HSC auditor or HSC manage ISO consultant or ISO auditor or corporate HSC executive. I am damn sure that 90% of those job vacancy require this certificate. You can just go and see on the LinkedIn, because knowing the understanding the information, understanding the clauses will enhance your knowledge, but having the certificate followed by understanding the knowledge will increase your credibility on the market. I hope, Mr. Mohammed, you are able to understand what I'm trying to say. And as I've said earlier, that so Mr. Noor Alam, what I want to say, that you can, Mr. Mohammed, that's why I'm telling you guys, that's why I'm telling you, just go on any job portal, search ISO auditor jobs or HSC auditor job or HSC consultants or HSC manager or corporate senior executive. I'm damn sure 90% of those jobs will require ISO 45001 certified persons. That's why, guys, it will be very helpful for you. This certification will definitely helpful for you. So, this is our last module, module 12, certification and lead auditor skills. As you can see in my screen. So when you say about certification, so certification normally, when you say about certification process help organization to demonstrate their management system compliance with respect to, for example, if it is an ISO 45, then it is with respect to ISO 45001 requirement. Certification audits, when we say about certification audits are carried out by certification body in different stages. Normally there are two stages, stage 1 and stage 2. When I say about stage 1, so during the stage 1, for example, the auditor checks the documentation, the policy, the plans, and stage 2 we verify the implementation on ground. I'm giving you an example. I've told next week I'll be going for an ISO management system audit. This is a physical audit. Prior to this physical audit, I we have already carried out the documentation level stage 1 audit remotely to understand about the company, about the policy, about the process, about the company, about the policy, about the process. So then this time we are going to for a stage 2 audit. Certification, when we say about certification, is generally conducted by two stages, as I said earlier. Stage 1 include review of the documents and readiness, while stage 2 is to understand the actual picture. During this particular thing, the organization must demonstrate their compliance with respect to ISO management system. Point number 3, guys, continuous audit ensure ongoing compliance, be it internal, audits regularly. If is being carried out, will make sure that organization is very effective in terms of occupational health and safety management system. So fourth point, guys, lead auditor must have strong knowledge. It is very important, and strong knowledge will increase the credibility as well as the chances of reports to be good, and it will make good impact of himself as well as to of the organization for which the person is being carrying out audit. Second last point, guys, communication and leaderships, which are very important and essential skill, because lead auditors conduct opening meeting, they will be explaining the findings, they will be coordinating for the all activity, they'll be doing out closing meeting. So as an auditor, you should develop, or as an ISO auditor or an HSC auditor, you should develop a communication and leadership within yourself. Last point, guys, ethical behavior. It will ensure trust and credibility. During the audit, guys, you have to make sure you are very much ethical throughout the course of your audit. Audit report must be honestly without any favoritism. For example, if I saw any unsafe act or an unsafe condition, but the person, or the auditee, I know him at a personal level, so I'm not reporting this particular thing on a goodwill. This will not taken as a positive things against the auditor. So you have to make sure you are honest, you are an honest and integrated, and you are having an ethical behavior throughout the course of the audit. I hope everybody understand about this auditor skills. And again, guys, we are coming this once again. But if you want to be a lead auditor, you want to lead the people for an ISO audit. It is the bare minimum requirement that the person should be an ISO 45001 certified. If the person is not that much certified, however you have training, you have knowledge, you will be filtered out in the initial period of your assessment only. I hope everybody understand what I want to explain them, what I'm trying to explain them. So guys, do you have any doubt till now? Because we are at the end of this today's training session, and tomorrow we'll be focusing on specific standard and checklist which is developed by us. So guys, as you can see in my screen, first is stage 1 audit. In stage 1 audit, as I said earlier, we review the documentation and readiness. We identify gaps and opportunity for improvement. And in stage 1 audit, we prepare the auditee for stage 2. Then we carry out stage 2 audit. Here, the stage 2 audit consists of on-site assessment of implementation, how things are implemented. With respect to your respective standard, we are ISO auditors, we are the HSC person, so we'll be evaluating with respect to ISO 45001. Followed by this, we'll be collecting various evidence through interviews, through photograph, through documents, and etc. Then comes the certification. Then based on the audit report, the certification is awarded. If there is opportunity for improvement, then or a major non-compliance, the company will close the observation. And once they close the observation, then we then the certification body will award them with the certification. So I hope everybody understand here, guys, till here, guys. So guys, do you have any doubt till now? Because today we have completed the presentation and we'll be focusing on checklist from tomorrow. Okay, great. I hope so. Let's see the checklist because however, we have completed. So this is an ISO system checklist. This is a ISO system checklist which you can see on the screen, which we have developed. Let me show you in line with both of these standard. Just a second, guys. Give me a second. I hope, guys, my screen is visible to everyone. On the left hand side is the checklist which we use and which we have prepared for your understanding about the ISO, and right hand side is the specific standard uh, of ISO 45001. Okay, guys. So I'm just telling you how we prepare checklist. First thing, guys, we will be going to clause 4. Clause 4 states about the context of organization, wherein the clause insists to understand internal and external issues which are relevant to occupational health and safety management system. So we just ask the client, this is a preliminary checklist which we offer the client, and the client fill this particular thing. Have we determined have we determined the internal and external issue that will affect the occupational health and safety outcome? This is a basic question with respect to clause 4. Either it will be yes or it will be no. If they have determined, then we'll review how they have determined. For example, let me give you an example. If if an organization does not determine their workforce related internal issue, however they have determined other stuffs, so it could be a non-conformance depending on the situation. So as an auditor, you should understand what needs to be determined, and if the particular determined, you have to make sure the observation or non-conformance is being raised. So as an auditor, how will you raise? You will frame the sentence like, during an audit it was found that internal issue with respect to worker union has not been identified, as worker union could be critical to the towards occupational health and safety management system. So it is recommended to identify workers union as an internal issue and their associated risk and control measures. So in this way you write. Point number 2. Here, as you can see, 4.1 has been taken care, understanding organization and context. 4.2, understanding need and expectation of workers and interested party. Here we specifically wrote, do we understand the need and expectations of workers and other interested party? So guys, apart from worker, who could be our interested parties? Give me some example. I'm asking once again, apart from worker, who could be our interested parties? Mr. Mohammed, Mr. Ruhullah, Mr. Ajay, client. Okay, great. Vendor. So, sir, Where stakeholders are everyone, be it worker, be it vendor. I want specific answer because as an auditor, Mr. Lydia, you have to understand who are our interested parties. Stakeholder is a generic term. Under the stakeholder, various people came. Our employees are also our stakeholder. Our client are also our stakeholder. Our vendor is also our stakeholder. So while carrying out audit, you can't only write stakeholder. You should always write the specific people and department. Yes, supplier, Mr. Lydia. Yeah, contractor, top management, visitors. So guys, okay, that thing I want to understand. So point two specifically 4.2 tell about the understanding of workers and interested party. Then second point which we 4.3 specifically state determining scope of occupational health and safety management system. So in order to identify the scope of OHS management system, we should first identify what are our internal issue, what are our external issue. We have to understand what are our routine activity, what are our day-to-day activity. So here you can see in our checklist, when determining scope of OHS management system, do we consider the issued flag in 4.1, which is the context of organization, which include internal and external issue. While making OHS management system, it's very important to understand the requirement of 4.1 and as well as 4.2, which is needs and expectation. Because guys, and last but not the least, did we consider plan and perform work related to those activities? Because we as an HSC person, we know what are our routine activities, what are non-routine activity. When making OHS management system, we should make sure that all non-routine activities are also taken care. Just in case, for example, confined space entry could be a non-routine activity, but while making an OHS management system, you have to make sure that those non-routine activities are also taken care. So guys, as you can see in our comment section, our team is updating a WhatsApp group link and a mobile number also. So I would request everyone to join that particular WhatsApp group link because we'll be keep updating about our certification and training and materials on the WhatsApp group. I hope my voice is audible to everyone. Mr. Rahul is not able to listen to me. Am I loud and clear, guys? Okay, great. So, do we have any doubt in clause 4, which is context of organization, guys? Any doubt? Okay. Now, we'll be going on to leadership. As we know, guys, leadership, top management is critical body, critical hierarchy for OHS management system implementation. I'm giving you an example once again. This example I've given in the start of the training session also, guys. For example, if we have occupational health and safety policy, which is signed by a general manager, on the other case, if occupational health and safety policy is signed by the director, the owner of the organization, in which case we will able to implement the policy very easily and effectively. In case one or case two, do shall I repeat my questions once again, guys? Should I repeat my questions once again? Yes, case two. Yes. That's why leadership is something which is very important for implementation of occupational health and safety management system. Leadership and commitment. So these are the checklist item with respect to leadership and commitment. So I guess today, guys, we have completed the presentation and we are focusing on the checklist. We are focusing on the checklist of ISO 45001 because by understanding this checklist, you will be able to understand the key concept of ISO. What is the key concept of ISO? How the clause are prepared? The main intent of us, the Expert Trainers Academy, is to make sure you understand each and every clause of the ISO. If not understand, you are made aware. You will be familiar with the statements of ISO. This is our aim to make you understand because I know we all are HSC personals. We if we want we can identify where are the clause, but training is something which will make you more inherent and more proactive towards this particular clauses, all the 10 clauses. So leadership should we have to okay, clause 5, has the management taken responsibility and accountability for all workplace health activities and OHS outcome? Our OHS policy on objective aligned with organization's overall direction? Are OHS requirement integrate with the organization day-to-day process? Are all the resource readily available for OHS activities? It is important importance of OHS management system communicate with the whole organization. So these are the checklists with respect to leadership. In order to prepare this checklist, first we have to make sure we understand this standard, because a checklist is prepared based on the standard. If we are not clear with the standard, we can't prepare the checklist, because guys, checklist could be changed from time to time, from organization to organization. For example, if there is an organization which if there is a corporate office, might be possible the corporate office does not require, or something could be not applicable for them. But if the organization is a manufacturing plant, for example steel manufacturing plant, so some process will be definitely applicable for them. So for that's the thing, guys. We first thing is to understand the standard, crisp of the standard. Once we understand the crisp of the standard, then we can easily prepare checklist. And tomorrow, that means tomorrow is Friday, I guess. Yes, tomorrow is Friday. So tomorrow will be our. I would request everyone to join the tomorrow classes, because tomorrow we'll be going through again through each and every of these standard, and we will be also reviewing the checklist at the same time, to make sure you understand the concept clearly. To make sure you understand the concept very much clearly. So how many of us will join tomorrow, guys? Can give me thumbs up. Only two people will join. Rest, guys. Great. And guys, how did you rate the training? Do you like the training? Was it informative for you? You all? Okay, it was informative for you guys. Great. So guys, we will end our training session here, and we will meet tomorrow. And tomorrow we will be understanding, we'll try to understand each and every clauses of this standard, from this particular standard, and how these clauses are linked with the checklist. And at the same time, guys, our team is constantly updating a WhatsApp group link. Our team is updating a WhatsApp group link. I would request everyone to join that particular WhatsApp group link, because we'll be updating key information in that particular link only. And anybody who is not able to join the WhatsApp group link, I would request everyone to contact on the below mobile number which is on the link. So guys, okay, we are ending session for today. Let us meet tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.